Oh.
Shh. Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny.
Yep.
Back in PA, motherfucker.
And streaming the game.
Don't let it
I'm a
be on the.
Sixers guy now.
Yeah, all of a sudden, man, Kenny is like back on the Sixers. I told you guys. I got a text from Kenny. He said he's back. He said he's all the way back. He means it. He's back. He's like streaming the game during the pod. Like, what is that? It might
That-
it might be because there's money on the game. I don't know.
I mean, a little bit of it, and it's not looking good now. They're down by 6. Super Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl, to quote you.
Yeah,
Right?
just wish the Eagles were in it. Psych,
Yeah.
fuck that team. Oh, fuck.
So yeah, so Super Bowl week. What happened? Go ahead.
Dude, Embiid, monster dunk from the fucking lane.
Kenny is
3
live.
people hanging
Kenny's
on.
live reacting to the Sixers game right now on a podcast, which is fucking hilarious. Uh,
My life's in shambles.
yeah. So big game. We could say Super Bowl. I don't really care.
Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Fucking copyright these nuts.
Did you ever notice though, like on the radio and shit, they don't say the Super Bowl. They also don't say the names of the teams, which is fucking weird.
Okay, so we have the Los Angeles Rams and we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Copyright strike this.
No, it's like in commercials. Like you can do it on live shit, like, but you
Oh,
can't.
okay.
Yeah, like commercials. It's like
Oh, it's like because you can't drink alcohol either, right?
I don't know.
Bang!
Okay,
3 by Toby.
Toby's playing well, man.
Yeah, it's
Toby's
because I
playing well.
fucking it's because I barked his ear off.
I mean, at this point, we might as well just like float through the end of the Sixers game because we're not going to really get to talk about anything.
I fucked it up.
Kenny sitting over there, bang, boom, oh, like it's going to be a little difficult.
Milk these tits.
Yeah.
Kickball. Sixers ball.
Who's got the possession arrow?
That was actually pretty good. All right, let's do it. I'm done.
No, it's fine. There's only a minute left, minute 30, whatever.
Yeah, but we all know that basketball will carry on and on and on. We got to be like, one of the first podcasts to live record an end of a Sixers game in the middle of February. No meaning. Doesn't matter. It's a Western Conference team.
Oh
Embiid
wait, I wouldn't
drives,
say
he got fouled.
but I wouldn't say no meaning though, because listen, this I mean this is the kind of team that they would have to go up against if they can make a run and get to the finals. Like this
Dude,
is,
you know what I just realized? This podcast has shifted. Sixers first. Football backburned.
it happened.
Fuck it. Let's just roll with it.
It happened. We didn't even have to do anything. It just like
No,
happened.
they're not getting. I don't think they're going to get Harden. I really don't.
I don't think they're going to get him before the trade deadline. They're going to get him
No.
in the offseason though.
But why would if you're
Sign and trade probably.
No. I mean, I agree with you there. That's where I think you're going to get them. I just, all these trades that are happening are like little pieces that the Sixers really could fucking use, like Sabonis, right? Is that how you
There's
say
a
that?
lot. There's a lot of trade. I almost can't even talk about the trades because there's been so many.
Chris Paul just turned it over, and then Embiid threw it out of bounds.
You gotta love the old timely turnover.
Right over the better Curry, Seth. This is embarrassing.
That's
All right,
a
so
L.
Embiid steals it.
They're gonna take the L.
Oh, that's because I bet on it every fucking time. Cuck City.
The L.
Assholes. Fuck that team. I'm done with them.
So it looks like the Sixers are gonna eat an L tonight against the
That's
best
all right.
team in the West. But listen, the Sixers. I think I was talking to Gordy about this a little bit today because the trade wire was like fucking insane.
I'm just gonna cut you off real quick. The trades that are happening right now have to be this bigger landscape that's happening because there's no reason that the Pelicans are trading with the fucking Blazers. There's no reason that the Kings are trading with the Pacers. All 4 of those teams are trash cans.
Right.
So go on. What was Gordy saying?
Well, no, just saying like he would be, and I would be too. I would be shocked if, they don't make a move, before the trade deadline to at least bolster the roster a little bit. It's probably not going to be the Harden thing. I do think that there, I do think that there's something to the Harden thing. I think that he might end up in Philly. I don't know if it's going to be before Thursday.
I mean, if you're okay, so I know Brooklyn's kind of in shambles. I think they're down. I still think they're down like 30 or 40 to Boston right now. If you're Brooklyn, I think you still think that you can make a run, assuming KD comes back healthy. So I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're willing to move him this year, and I don't think they're willing to move him to the East rival, same division, right?
hmm Yeah, I mean, it happens though. It's like it happens. Like I do you really think they wouldn't make a trade just because it's to the Sixers? Like I don't know. I don't know if it matters enough
I
because
think I think wholeheartedly it depends on what's where in the situation it is, right? So mid season, I don't like the odds there. End of the season, yeah, of course. Because who fucking cares? Like if Brooklyn thinks their window is closed, they're gonna start moving some assets to get some picks, some sub tier players. It doesn't matter. But
but do
I
they really
still
think
think
their window's open? Like dude, KD's out until mid-March.
what happened to him? His little fucking knees hurt.
They're losing games by 30 and 40 points. Like it's not like they can hang still. Like they're going to be in trouble when by the time he comes back. They're going to be barely in the playoffs.
Yeah, but like, who's the one seed in the East right now? Atlanta.
No, that's Miami, I think still.
Jimmy Butler. That's gonna be a tough out.
Yeah, it's Miami. Um,
Yeah, Miami's 35-20. Memphis or Milwaukee. Oh my God, Memphis is good this year, huh?
the Grizzlies are nasty, dude.
And we beat them. That's why this whole thing is weird.
But the Memphis is in the West. So you got Miami, Milwaukee, Chicago, Cleveland. Which Cleveland is going to be tough. That's going to be a. That's going to. I mean, they added some shit. So that's all I'm saying. That's all.
Cleveland's Cleveland's interesting. I hear you. I've seen it. I get why everyone's riding the train, but eventually, and this happens all the time, those young guys just hit the wall at the end there, and they're just gonna kind of fucking flub around.
Well, I
But you're
hope
right.
so.
Cleveland's tough, and Kevin Love's balling, man. I'd like to get Kevin Love. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to
well, I
more.
mean, didn't they just? I thought they just snagged Levert from the Pacers.
Levert's really good.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Cavaliers are a problem.
Yeah, that I forgot about that. That actually, yeah, that's a good point. That's some veteran leadership, not like playoff leadership shit. You know what I mean? But just
Yeah,
like he's
no,
been in the league a while.
it's like it's a pretty big deal. I mean, so you
Is
know,
Victor Oladipo alive?
I don't know.
Talk about a more fall from grace than Victor Oladipo or Oladipo.
The Ladipa. Yeah, so you know they added Levert, which is pretty huge. Um, there were rumors that Levert may have come to Philly, but it just didn't happen.
Do you think? Do you think? Do you think the Sixers are putting like too many too many eggs in the Harden basket?
I think that they are taking. I think that they are right now, but I don't think that they would not make a move like once the 11th hour. Are you saying that you think they're missing out on players because they're holding out for Harden? Is that what you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And listen, I don't watch the Sacramento Kings play basketball. Um, that was a wild trade to me, man. That whatever that dude that starts with the H is Halibut.
Halliburton. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I understand he balled out against the Sixers, and I honestly don't know what Sixers lost. I honestly don't know, his everyday stats. They can't be like that amazing, but like that's a piece you want to kind of go after, kind of grab. Buddy Healed would be nice, you know.
Gordy said Oladipo is hurt.
Again, fuck that guy's crazy.
Yeah.
That dude's like KD without the rings.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying though. I mean, because there's a lot of shit moving around. Like throughout the day today, it was like bang, 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 bang. There's so many fucking trades.
I'm just
Uh,
like praying for the Sixers like to come across to my timeline. You know what I mean?
yeah, this is the time when you turn on the Woj notifications
Whoosh,
on
whooshy.
on Twitter, and you hope that one of them comes through and it says Sixers acquire. Um,
Like
there's
what are
people.
the?
It's literally, dude. Twitter is such a cesspool right now, though,
I
that
love it. Gets me horny.
people are literally making like fake Twitter accounts, like with like, and then they put like a weird icon at the end of it to make it look like an authentic account,
Yeah, I
and
love it.
they're like reporting that per our sources James Harden blah blah blah. It's unfucking real, man. You can't like Twitter is the Wild West still. It still is.
It's amazing, honestly.
Meanwhile, you're getting kicked off Facebook for telling a buddy that you're gonna punch him in the head.
I didn't even say face. I said head.
It's ridiculous.
Um. Okay, so let me bring this up to you seriously. Here are your teams out of playoff contention. Okay, in the East, of course, because West doesn't matter to us. Charlotte, they got a good shot to make the playoffs, right? Because
Out
they're
of you're
not.
saying out of playoff contention now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
it doesn't really fucking matter. But like some of these teams aren't going to go the right way.
Okay.
Atlanta 25-28, Washington 24-29, New York Knicks. This is interesting. Do you go get like Alec Burks again?
The
He
Knicks,
helps.
yeah, I mean the Knicks might be a team that you can pick from. I mean,
They got to be sellers. I mean, they're not going to change it around.
yeah, yeah, they could be.
And I don't know. Is there anything worse than like
You want
just fucking
Kemba? You
Ben
want some? You
Simmons'
want some
face?
Kemba?
No way. Boston's not going to get rid of him. But I don't think he meshes there. I don't know, man.
Mm-mm.
Like, and Damian Lillard, like now you want to get out, right?
Well, yeah, now, but shit, it don't matter now. He's fucked. He's in there for the long haul.
Like Jeremy Lamb's a nice piece. Justin Holiday's a nice piece. I mean, I don't know if any of these fucking guys get you over the hump, but like they're nice pieces off the bench.
I feel like if you add, you're probably not going to get your blockbuster, you know, point guard here. Okay,
No,
but if you add a nice little wing guy or somebody who can play a little D, maybe a guy who can shoot 35, 40% from three, like you can add like one or two guys like that. All of a sudden, this team is different now. But you got to keep Maxi clearly because dude is basically our number two. Not tonight. Toby stepped up tonight, which you got to give him props
listen,
because you've been
I
dogging
don't
Toby.
care. I don't care who steps up and is the number two, but someone needs to fucking do it.
It's someone different. I think the problem is right now. It's like you don't know who it's going to be. It's
Yep.
like it's like is someone going to be the number two? It's not. It's not like you don't go into the game and you're like, all right, Embiid and Maxi are in the starting lineup. We're good. Or Embiid and Toby are in the starting lineup. We're good. It's not like that. It's like we don't know what we're going to get. You
There was
know,
no number two in Dallas.
Toby threw up 30, and
Yeah,
that's
Toby had a good game.
I mean that's ridiculous. That's way
That's number
above.
two.
That's number two status right there.
Yeah.
And what I mean and right now, dude, Toby is playing some ball. He's
Yeah.
averaging 19 a game, dude.
Yeah.
Like you can't talk shit about it. Like there's nothing you could do.
I
You
think the
know?
only problem, I just think the inconsistencies for me right now is where I'm struggling with him. But I'm not saying that like the last few weeks he's been on fire, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Sixers do. They got to do something. There's so many rumors floating out there. It's like not even worth our time to try to like go down the
Well,
rabbit hole and talk about them. But
like Atlanta trading Cam Reddish to the New York Knicks for Kevin Knox makes no fucking sense. What does that do for either team? It certainly doesn't put Atlanta over the hump, and it definitely doesn't fucking. I mean, Cam Reddish is a nice player, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I don't
And
know.
did you see this shit? Bradley Beal done for the year.
Yeah, he's having wrist surgery. So that
He's
that
been
was
hurt.
another one. That's another one that like was kind of on the radar a little bit, like that was being talked about, maybe being able to shuffle, but that ain't happening now. Especially with the surgery. Forget about it. There's no reason ever.
He's a free agent because there's no way they're going to sign him to a 5 year, $245 million contract.
Dude,
Wait,
I'm
no, he
on.
just signed that, didn't he?
I think he has that.
Hold on. Adrian Woosh Beal, a three-time All-Star, will be eligible to sign a 5 year, $245 million
Okay,
contract with the Wizards this summer. So
there you go.
he has a player option of 36.4 million. So, I mean, he's definitely going to take that option.
Right, but again, the loophole there is you sign and trade, like if
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
and that's another guy that could end up here. Honestly,
Wouldn't hate Bradley Beal.
here's the thing: it's kind of exciting to be on. I've got to be honest. Even if the Sixers don't do shit this year, it's kind of exciting to have two teams, and I'm talking about the Philly. I'm talking about the Sixers and the Eagles right now. That maybe, and you know what? You could even loop the Phillies into this right now because the hot stove is going to be fucking hot. Okay.
Gonna be warm.
So what I'm saying is it's really exciting to have three teams, that are good, that are basically buyers right now in the market, like looking to really make moves and make changes to their squads. Like we're gonna get into this a little bit when we start talking about the Super Bowl, but you got to believe. First of all, that the Sixers are gonna move Ben at some point. They're gonna upgrade and they're gonna add some large piece to this team, right?
It's organization failure if they don't get a piece though. Something now at the deadline. I'm
Oh
not
no,
saying
yeah,
Simmons.
no, I think they will. I do. I really think they do.
Well, they got till Thursday.
Thursday at some time. I don't know what time.
It's probably like fucking like 1:30 Eastern Standard Time when the fucking all the big wigs are eating Cobb salads in New York. Something fucking stupid like that.
I don't know what time it is. It's definitely Thursday, but I don't know what time.
Four
Okay.
o'clock. It's definitely 4
3
o'clock. It's always
p.m. 3
yeah.
p.m. Eastern.
It's always three
So
or four.
I think the Sixers will make a move, and I think that we will. I'm sure we'll be fine with it. I really hope they don't. I don't want them to give up Maxi.
They're
Really,
not. There's
and
no heads would roll.
and Thibault honestly is probably your best defender.
Yeah, you can't get rid of Thibault.
Like dude's blocking shots and shit like ridiculous. Like he's just good right now. And he's not like pure good. It's not like the NBA is so fucking weird. Nobody likes defense in the NBA. Nobody.
No.
And
Who
nobody
does?
it's hard to that's actually kind of like a common thread I think in all of sports. The only
Yep.
the only sport where people like defense is hockey because you want to have a good goaltender. Other
Yep.
than that, you don't give a fuck about defense. People always complain about the Big Ten because it's too defensive
Mm.
and there's not enough fucking scoring, blah blah blah. People don't like defense. And that's part of the reason why I think a lot of people in Philly are cool with like Thibault being like on the guy like the guy who could just be like a goner because he plays defense. He's not a scorer. He's not out there putting up 20. You know what I
He
mean?
doesn't shimmer,
Exactly.
but I like Thibault. I don't. I don't know what. Man, the Sixers are interesting because I mean, honestly, no one is taking Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. It's just not happening. That's an insane
Yeah.
suggestion, and whoever in their fucking little NBA simulator was doing that trade shit, it's stupid. It's never gonna happen. It's too much money.
It's a lot of money.
Way money.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Not wrong.
But
So
I think like you got me like nine toes in. For me to get the 10th toe in, I need Simmons out of the state and back to fucking Chinese basketball.
I'm so tired of I'm honestly tired of just talking about Ben, like
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, but there's been some pretty solid tweets though going across the timeline about Harden. The one that made me laugh the most, there was two. And I think that I tweeted them both out from the pod. One of them was this dude tweeted out. He says, "James Harden is currently in front of me in line at Del Sandro's. He ordered 3 Whiz Wit. He's home. That shit made me laugh. Another dude put up a picture out of an airplane, and he's like, I'm flying Harden's charter into Philly right now, and it was a picture out the window on the wing seat. I was like, this motherfucker's tweeting a fucking picture out from the wing saying he's flying a bitch. This is kind of funny.
Was it's not as funny as the free vaccine clinics on the bus today.
No, the free vaccine the free vaccine clinic on the SEPTA train was pretty good. Clearly not the vaccine, but yeah.
FDA approved. Well,
Wow.
I guess it could be in some states, right? They got the fucking shoot up rooms.
Yeah, I think doesn't Philly have one? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know
You see that? You see what I sent to the group?
which thing.
Not the AI high. Oh, if you drink at a bar or a restaurant, then you're using supervised consumption site. Luckily, you are also accessing a safe, regulated supply. Don't put figures at people who use their drugs at the other one. Alcohol is a
Right.
drug too. Normalize SCS.
Yeah. So now alcohol is the same as heroin. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Well.
Phyllis, what's in your arm? Oh, it's a syringe of vodka. Don't worry about it. We're good. I don't need medical supplies to drink fucking alcohol. I mean,
Listen.
I don't have to roll up to a fucking crack spoon and a Bunsen burner from a high school I stole out of Chem Lab to get fucking high. I mean, people are off their fucking rockers, man. What an ass! This fucking guy. Who is this guy? Guy cunt breath. I don't even know who this dude is. This dude is just an asshole.
I mean, listen. Here's the thing. There, like the arguments for that shit is mostly because of the the stress that situation when there's like an epidemic, or if that's the right word, of people that are just going berserk using drugs like heroin in the streets. It really stresses out the hospitals and the medical and like the.
Oh, are you coveting us right now?
No. I'm just saying that's what it is, and that's
Nah.
why, that's why they went down the rabbit hole of like, well, let's give them a place to do it so that we could like monitor them, and then we don't have to call 911 as much. Like it's fucking crazy, but it makes mathematical sense, which is really weird. But
Bro,
yeah.
all it's gonna take is one or two junkies that are gonna run the fucking shop.
By the way, here's the thing about that guy saying that the bar is the same thing. Get the fuck out. They're not monitoring shit. They're serving you drinks. They don't give a fuck how many you take.
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
not,
unless
they're
you
not,
unless you throw up on the bar. Shout out Reed's Bluebell, my 21st. They're not. I didn't even
Dude,
get thrown out
Reed's was a knockdown drag out spot, man. Now,
dude.
my God, dude, I went there. I used to live at fucking Reed's, man.
They bought me like five.
Reed's, come back in business and sponsor our podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. There's so much grass growing through the fucking parking lot.
I know.
My buddies got me like 5 shots of Reed's house whiskey, and like when you ask him like where did you guys make this, and he's like, oh yeah, my
God.
basement. You're fucking terrified.
God, dude.
Immediate, just fucking lighter fluid.
Well, I don't know how we got down here, but we were talking about the Sixers. We can move on though, because Sixers lost is what it is. They're gonna be around. They're gonna be top 3 in the conference, and they're gonna make a move by Thursday. I really do believe that.
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
I really think they will. So, I don't know if you have heard, but there is a big game this weekend.
How the hell did we go 25 minutes on the Sixers first?
Well, we started talking about heroin houses and fucking.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey,
Hey, this podcast supports SCCSs. SCSs. That's not good for a lisp. SCS. And the stigma.
Oh,
Supervised consumption sites. All right? We sponsor them. We're here for them.
My house is a supervised consumption site on weekends.
Come get your heroin needles from Bobby down here.
Oh my God.
Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
big game this weekend.
Massive game. Fucking
And
fresh blood.
The biggest.
A little good, like feel good story from like Joey Burrow and your boy Matt Stafford, who probably won't win the MVP, but he's in the Super Bowl, so I wasn't too far off what I said.
Yeah, Matt Stafford. I said it last weekend, and I'm going to say it again. Matt Stafford is an underrated quarterback.
Which is insane to say out loud. But that's what happens when you waste 13 years of your career in shitty ass. Oh, shocker, Detroit, Michigan. Oh, who would have thought Michigan's a fucking trash pile of doo doo?
Well, the Lions did really suck, really bad.
They were bad.
But here's the thing, man. Matt Stafford, he had a stretch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row where he threw for over 4,000 yards, and one of them was over 5,000 yards. That's just stupid, dude. That's
You
stupid.
know, Calvin Johnson really helps you there.
Okay, but you got to throw the ball to him.
Well, I mean, and at best, right? Calvin Johnson did 1,700 yards, 1,800 yards. So other people
Yeah. Listen,
obviously help.
when you throw 64%,
Yeah, no, you
and for 50 for dude, listen to this, 63.5%, 5,038 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 picks.
yeah, that's always his knock, right?
Yeah, I mean 16's high. It's a little high.
I mean, what's an ideal number?
Probably 10.
10's probably your max. That's where you're comfortable saying, all right, you gotta,
I would say 10.
like 20 and 10's not a good year, but 35 and 10's a good fucking year. 40, what was it, 46?
Yeah.
46 and 10. I mean, that's
41.
okay. Still, I mean, anything in the 40 and 10, I mean, that's just impressive. He's a
Right.
good
So
quarterback.
41 and 16 is a little high,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I think I just think he's underrated, and he finally went to a team that's good with other players that are good. He threw for 67% this year, 4,800 yards, almost 4,900, 41 touchdowns again, and 17 picks. And again, a little high on the picks, but
Some
I
of his
mean,
picks, though, towards the end of the season
bad,
were like,
really
what
bad.
the fuck? And then he had that, excuse me, he had that stretch of 3 or 4 games straight where he had a pick six.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but he had a great year, man. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm so glad Patrick Mahomes and his little fucking homies aren't in the goddamn Super Bowl. I hate that team.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, if do you like actually not like Pat, or do you not like Jackson?
Oh, it's Jackson and Brittany for sure.
But why do they affect you
And
so much?
because they're just like entitled. It's just insane to me. And Jackson, you see, he got in trouble at the Pro Bowl because he was trying to make out with some chick and she said no and he kept doing it. Like, that's the shit that irritates me about them. And I I struggle with this whole like commentators being like, "Did you see Mahomes sidearm it?" Like, he does it every fucking week, 3 or 4 times a fucking
That's my
game.
that's my biggest thing. I'm so done.
We get it. He's fucking good.
I'm so tired of hearing about how Mahomes throws the ball.
And what
I
he
am.
did to our beloved Buffalo Bills, it was very nice to see him eat his fucking words when he came out in that overtime, dude. And that pick, it wasn't. It was a really nice interception,
Hmm.
but he fucking sailed it. I mean, there's
I
no.
think that I just thought of something. I think Eagles fans and Bills fans are like, you know,
Oh, we're the same.
of the same cloth. I think
Oh, definitely, dude.
in many ways. In many ways.
I mean, we just have a more recent Super Bowl. That's about all.
Yeah, like I really wanted them to win. I really did. I
I mean,
like
how
that
can you
team.
not like Josh Allen? It's like Sean McDermott's the ex-Eagle. I mean, but you could say the same thing about Andy Reid. So it's like it's very
Dude,
hard.
I love Diggs. I love Diggs, man.
Oh,
I do. I do. Did I really fuck you up that bad by saying
I,
that?
I thought you said I love dicks, and I was like,
Oh, I
what?
didn't say I love dicks. No, that's not
Who
really
the
where I'm
fuck is
going.
dicks? Jesus Christ! Whatever you do in fucking Downingtown is your business,
Dig,
dude. Fucking
Diggs,
Jesus Christ.
Diggs.
Diggs, yeah, Diggs is cool. Disappeared in the playoffs, though. But he
Disappeared
was
or
shut
was
down.
covered? What do you want to
Yeah,
do?
I
I
know.
mean,
It's like that's
but
such a
you're not
silly
right. You're
argument.
not wrong. I mean, listen, if you don't show up, you don't show up. He had 7 yards against Kansas City. That ain't gonna get it done.
It's not getting it done.
Yeah.
But it
So
didn't matter because I'm drawing. I want to call him David Givens, and I know that's not even quite right. Gabriel, right?
Gabriel Davis.
Yeah, had like fucking 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, they
Is it
didn't
Gabe?
need him
Is it
technically.
Gabriel Davis? Is that right?
I don't know. It sounded good to me, so I just went with it.
We could be sounding like complete assholes right now. I think it is
It's
Gabriel
every
Davis.
day I sound like a complete asshole. Listen, in life, if you're not faking it to make it, you're not living life right.
I think I saw a stat though on that guy. I think he had like 6 touchdowns all year or something, and then he had 4 in that fucking game.
They were so worried about Diggs. They were so worried about Dawson Knox. Who is that guy even a top 20 tight end?
I mean, the dude catches a fuckload of touchdown passes.
He, it's every time they play, it's the white boy touchdown. I mean, it's just guaranteed that he's gonna get it. Cole Beasley. I mean, I mean, there's a lot of fucking people on that team. That
I
wouldn't
mean,
be a.
he had 9 touchdowns. That's pretty good for a tight end.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah, I think he went to Mississippi. But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, that sounds right.
so yeah, so Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford square off. I actually am one of the kind of I don't like when people say like this quarterback versus that quarterback because it's not really how it works. Like quarterbacks
Well,
don't
it doesn't matter at all.
quarterbacks don't face each other,
No,
So
dude, I used to get into arguments with people all the time because they would be like,
what about that?
no, not like quarterback to quarterback, but they would be like Brian Dawkins versus like I need a cornerback. I'm drawing a blank on someone from that time period.
Oh,
But
like comparing people like that?
yeah, it's like, dude, they play two different positions. It's like you can't you
Yeah.
can't fucking compare that.
Well, here's the other thing too. You got Joe Burrow who's in the season for or in the league for like 1.5 seasons basically.
1.5 seconds.
And Stafford, who's been in the league for like fucking 17 years or some shit.
13.
I know, but I didn't know what the number was. I knew it was around 15.
Hey, Mixon fumbled the ball, bro.
It don't matter. They didn't call it a fumble.
No, I know. I'm looking actually at the stats, and it's actually pretty funny, man. Like Matt Stafford almost got outthrown by Joe Burrow with way less passes. Yeah, way less is a stretch, but Joe Burrow went for 366, 520, 4,611 yards, 34 touchdowns, 14 picks. Matt Stafford 404 out of 601, 4,886 yards, 41 tutties, 17 interceptions.
You know what the most impressive stat is from Joe Burrow?
What?
70%.
Yeah, no, that is. I mean, listen, I kind of want to hate on it just because, like, and I'm only hating on it because, like, they have such a good fucking offense, man. I'm not talking about the line.
No, no, no,
No, no, no,
no.
no, 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 no. Listen, if you're chucking it up, and I'm not saying I'm saying he's just throwing it up, but like T. Higgins, fucking Jamar Chase, the tight end, who's the third wide receiver? I like him. We talk about Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Like they have a solid core all around.
And I heard Uzoma might play.
Oh, please, please give me him. I love it. Damn, Cooper Cup, what a fucking season, man. And that's
Just
going to be
lights
cool. Like
out.
2 elite wide receivers. It terrifies me that Eli Apple's on the other side though, because like who's he covering? And I'm telling you right now, whoever Eli Apple is covering, like, and he's gonna come out. It's either gonna go 2 ways. He's gonna be really fucking
Wait,
hype and
are you
plug.
are you saying you're scared of Eli Apple?
No, 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 no. I'm telling you, whoever is covering,
Oh,
whatever wide
is
receiver.
gonna have a day.
Yeah, he's gonna have a day, and
Yeah.
it's either gonna be he's gonna come out and he's gonna be like pretty good for like the first quarter, right? Like he's gonna be flexing all over people and shit and tweeting them, and then he's gonna crumble.
Tweeting no mid game.
Yeah, or he's gonna come out and completely just poop the bed. So I can't imagine. Again, I don't watch Bengal games. I'm a fan. I like everyone on the team.
Well, yeah, but here's what's gonna happen. They're not gonna they're not
Shadow
they are going to bracket. They're gonna bracket coverage
and
on
Von Bell's a good safety.
yeah, they're gonna use bracket coverage on Chase. There's no question in my mind. So if anyone's gonna beat if anybody on the Bengals is going to have a day, it ain't going to be Chase. And if it is Chase, then the Bengals win by 21.
There's dude, Jalen Ramsey's gonna shut Chase down.
Here, I'll say this right now. And I might play this parlay because now that I'm thinking about it, because I really believe this. If Chase has over 115 yards receiving, okay? If he has over 100, let's just say 100. If he has over 100 yards, the Bengals will win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that just means that Jalen Ramsey either got hurt or he's dead. See, like looking at like
I got to
should've-
look at this parlay now
Yeah.
because I want to know what it pays.
I want to know what T Higgins over is.
Barstool's all jacked up. By the way,
I don't like Barstool, man.
I do, but I don't like their interface on the app. But listen, there's a Barstool Sportsbook that's really close to my house.
Really?
Yeah, they built the Hollywood Casino up in Morgantown, which is not far from where I live.
Hollywood Casino blows cock though.
Yeah, I
But-
don't care.
Yeah, Barstool being in there makes it.
Yeah, that makes it. And there's a Tony Luke's in there too, which is like okay.
That's like the King of Prussia, Tony Luke's. It's like it's some miserable high school kid just stirring roast pork in the back. T Higgins 69.5 over. I think you gotta like that.
You almost have to.
I mean, Jesus, Christmas cards. Dude, Cooper Kupp 104.5. I mean, that's fucking madness. Jamar Chase 78.5. Where is he getting them yards? I mean, I know the coaching staff's going to be able to get him some balls, but my God, dude, that's a lot of yards for a guy that's getting covered by.
He's good though. Like he's fucking good, man.
All right, so this is just totally fake, but 10 50-50 balls, Ramsey versus Jamar Chase. What are you taking?
I'm saying it might end up 50-50.
Mm.
You really think Ramsey's that much better?
I think Ramsey wins 7 of them.
Wow,
He's
that much?
that good.
70-30?
He's that good.
All right. Okay.
Now, the only thing that the Bengals have going for them, and I don't really know what this podcast is about today, but so just hang in there. Jalen Ramsey.
It's about the big game, clearly, Kenny.
Yeah, the Sixers. Jalen Ramsey is questionable with a shoulder injury. Now, I gotta believe he's playing. If you're questionable in the Super Bowl, you're playing.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's gonna, he falls one time on it the wrong way. That his shoulder injury is hurt. So, fuck, man. I keep talking myself in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, do I take the over? Do I take the under? I'm not even fucking touching him. But I'm about to.
Of what?
Of Jamar Chase is over. I'm struggling with it internally because in my mind, I'm like, well, the Bengals did a really good job in the second half against Kansas City to get Jamar Chase the ball, right? And then I'm thinking to myself, but like Jalen Ramsey is really fucking good. But if he gets hurt, what happens? So like I can see too many possibilities.
But you can't make a bet. You can't make a bet on it if someone gets hurt. Like that's not.
Yeah, but he's already hurt in a shoulder injury. I mean, that shit lingers and they fucking hurt, man. Like, dude,
listen.
This is such a fat kid statement. I was in the back of this small little fucking Hyundai Elantra in Dallas, and I had my arm around this dude because, like, that's the only way we all fit, like 3 giant men in the back. And my shoulder fucking hurt still because it was uncomfortable. I was like bird-winged.
I sleep like that, though, so I'm good. You must have bad range of motion. I'm a big guy, but I have range of motion.
I was gonna say something, but I stopped myself. Keep this thing PG a little bit.
PG, we fucking curse every other word. It's fine. Don't say nothing.
Lick these nuts.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so listen, I like what I said. What I said about Jamar, right?
Yeah.
If he goes over 100 yards, you play the if you play the alt spread. This is on FanDuel, by the way. Jamar Chase over 100 yards. Cincinnati Bengals minus 11.5. You throw $25 on that, you're walking away with 515.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see it.
I don't either. But if I'm telling you, if Jamar Chase has over 100 yards, the Bengals don't lose the game. They can't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, I agree with you. And
I shouldn't say
again,
there's no way. I mean, they're playing Cooper Cup, so
I mean his over under is just you can't touch that one either.
you know what I did take. I will tell you. I did put some scratch on Cooper Cup to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Smart.
I did do that.
I like that.
I took Cup and Burrow.
How I run that stupid pool obviously because you got to eliminate it.
Well, it's a fucking luck pool. Yeah, I got
I
eliminated from the
know.
luck pool.
I made it out though. I made it finally, and like the first time in 6 years of running that fucking stupid ass guest pool. But anyway, like so basically, a lot of you actually 98% of you don't know what this pool is. So I literally just pick a team, write everyone's name in order, and then I just pull them out of the hat, right? Boom, boom, boom. Whoever you get, you win the Super Bowl. You win like $300. Second place gets your money back plus 25. The people that pulled the Bengals and the Rams were just like, fuck. I have zero shot. I'm gonna get eliminated in the first round, and here we are.
I don't know. I would have been okay with either one of them. I really do. Here's the thing.
I mean, the Rams maybe, but the Bengals, no fucking way.
I have Super Bowl futures on both of them. I told you before the season started. I picked 6 teams to put Super Bowl futures on, and the Rams and the Bengals were one of them.
Well, I still don't believe you.
I'll show you the ticket when it
Show me
cashes,
the ticket,
motherfucker.
bitch. No, I hear you, but it's still like that was not what this Super Bowl is not what we thought we were gonna get.
No, 100%. But also before the season, which was a little outlandish, but I also thought that the Chiefs were not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
And for the first 6 to 7 weeks, they didn't look like they were gonna.
yeah, no, definitely.
And then they turned a corner and they fucking made me look like a douchebag. But at the end of the day,
Oh, here's a little
didn't
fun.
it
Here's a
didn't
little
happen.
fun tickle pickle.
Yeah, what?
I don't know how to say this dude's name. Samjay Perini.
P Ryan.
Okay, P Ryan. What do you think his rushing yard prop is?
12.
5.5.
Yeah, that's because he doesn't run the ball.
Bro. Over is plus 116 and under. Pretty good value.
He doesn't run the ball.
Bro, his under is minus 142. Now, again, that's not like gonna win you a million fucking bucks, but a little sprinkle on that. I mean, I would fucking take it. Let me see what it is.
What? What are you checking?
$20 to win 14 under. I mean, chances are pretty good he's not gonna get it. I'm betting that for sure.
What is the over under? 5.5?
Yeah.
He hasn't had more than five rushing yards since the Bengals played Denver in Week 15.
Yeah, I mean, and my fucking luck, it's gonna be like 3rd and long. They're just trying to get the ball, like the punt better, and he's gonna fucking rip off a 20-yarder. But like, I mean, Matt Stafford, over under 5.5, even or minus odds, minus 110 for both sides of it. These are like, listen.
No, I'm not touching that.
What? I'm touching the P Ryan for sure.
Yeah, the P Ryan I like.
I'm gonna spit on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Fry?
Oh my god.
The P Ryan makes sense to me. You're right. The Matt Stafford's too confusing. Like not confusing, but you just that's too much of a risk.
I think another one that you could possibly think about. And this is completely turned into a gambling podcast, by the way, right now. Which, whatever.
Super Bowl and props. You can't go fucking wrong.
Well, you can go very wrong, but that's not the point.
Ooh, I got some fun ones. Keep going.
The point is, what I was trying to get at was one that could be profitable or one that could pay off a nice little chunk would be either Stafford or Burrow to score a anytime touchdown.
I tend to agree with you there. I like that.
Little QB sneak action.
I kind of players longest rush. Sonny Michel, 7.5. I like the under.
You don't like
That's
him to rip one run?
no. Cam Akers is the guy.
Yeah, is he?
That's a good point. Although I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I've had a pretty successful gambling year so far with what I've been doing. So like I've got I got some funds that I'm willing to burn up. But the P Ryan, man, I'm telling you, the P Ryan is tickling my fucking fancy. Just because I don't. What did he do What did he do against the fucking? What did he do against Kansas City? I know. I remember his name.
I told you. That's because he caught a lot of balls. He didn't have
That's
any
yeah.
run. He didn't run the ball at all.
Yeah,
Zero rushes for 0 yards, 4 targets, 3 catches, 43 yards, and a touchdown.
bro. They they ran Jamar Chase over P Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
So listen, my cock lock of the weekend is P Ryan under 5.5.
That's not even on your picks.
Yeah, well, I was.
Are you changing it?
No, I'm just it's my cock lock. You don't have to put it on my picks, but
Okay.
I'm promise you, P Ryan's not going 5.5. I'm so confident. I'm gonna put 100 on it.
Oh man, here you go. Fucking gambling. This is not how you're supposed to be when you gamble. Just so everybody
Oh,
knows.
live a little. It's the biggest game of the year. I'm always responsible.
I don't care. It's not my money. I'm good. You're good. Um, but yeah, like Super Bowl is awesome, and betting on the Super Bowl and betting on the props, like it's fun literally for everyone because like it just gives you some reason to like care about the game. If you're a casual fan, betting, even if you just bet like on someone to score a touchdown or Joe Burrow to throw over 300 yards or whatever it is, it just gives you a little bit of something. It's like the reason why people play block pools, like $2 block pools and
Yeah, do you
$5
got any
block
of
pools.
them?
Yes, I do.
I missed the McCanns. I'm asking you got anything open.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
It's
I'll
not the
send you
big
some.
one or what?
I think the cheapest one that I have open, I think, is like $10.
That's fine. I'll probably get
I'll shoot.
send
I'll
that
hook
to
you.
me because my
I'll hook you up.
brother-in-law on the other side is looking for something too.
Okay.
I tried to run a block pool one time and I did it, and I literally did it like 2 hours before the Super Bowl. It was fucking terrible. I was like running around trying to fill this shit.
No.
It's like you need a week.
You need at least a week. This guy does it on the website, and it's like awesome, man. Like you just go click the box you want, and that's it. You don't have to do anything. There's nothing to do. And then you
All
just
right.
Venmo the guy.
Jalen Ramsey to record an interception.
Oh my god, that's got to be
No bueno.
plus 600.
520.
Okay, yeah.
But our boy sitting here in the bottom of the fucking thing, Eli Apple.
Oh, 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 1200.
Actually, not as bad as you would think. 640.
Okay, I mean 640. That makes sense because they're kind of keeping them all probably.
The worst.
What's the worst one on there?
Eric Weddle, which makes sense because he hasn't been in the NFL that long. As
Yeah,
far
he's
as
literally coming back to play like right now, and then he already said he's gonna retire.
plus 800. Which, I'll be honest with you, if there's a guy that's gonna do it, it's gonna be a veteran Eric Weddle.
I know you're not wrong.
I've been more right about other things. But just say you wanted to lose all your money. $25 gets you 200 fucking bucks.
Jalen Ramsey, man, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a weird. I honestly, I would think that was like plus 350.
You really like him, huh?
I do. I like how he doesn't fucking give a fuck. He'll get right in your face even if he fucking misses the tackle. He'd be like, "Fuck you, I own you." I love that.
No,
And like
fake it
it's
to
like
me.
totally opposite of what Slay is, right? And that's why I love Slay. So like I like the polar opposites. You know what I mean? But dude, these sack numbers too are interesting. Like Aaron Donald, plus 150 not to have a snack.
Snack. No snacks.
And Von Miller, which
Wait, plus 250 not to have a sack?
150 to not have a sack.
Okay.
Which I
I don't like that.
bro, can you do a Von Miller, Aaron Donald parlay sack?
To not have a sack?
No, to have both have a sack.
Your FanDuel lets you parlay almost anything, dude.
All right, you ready for this one?
FanDuel's like the Wild West of betting.
No, you can't. You can't do it.
Wow, even FanDuel doesn't allow it, huh? That's
At
funny.
least unless some of your selections can't be combined in a parlay.
Yeah, nah, you're dead.
Because that to me, that feels very possible. Two sat
So,
or you know.
here's the thing that I was just looking at when it comes to Jalen Ramsey, right? I was looking down. I just wanted to go look into his game history, and he's had some really good games, especially the game against San Fran where he really had to have a good game. He only had 2 targets the whole game.
Yeah, but why?
Well, because Jimmy G sucks.
So you're on the opposite end of that.
Yeah, because who'd they play before that? They played Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback? Tom Brady.
How many
How
times did he
many?
throw?
He had 11 targets.
What do you do?
He gave up 6 catches for 104 yards
He got burnt toast by give me his name.
and
Mike
a
Evans.
tutty and a tutty.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
So here's the thing, man. And then the week before that, he played Kyler fucking Murray, who basically wants to quit football and go play baseball. Piece of shit. Um, you know, he gave up nothing to Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray can't throw. And then, I'm looking at his game log and I'm like, okay, he's good. Like there's no denying it. But I don't know. Joe Burrow is good
Yeah.
too. So, it should be
But
interesting. It's like a matchup within the matchup, really.
and my whole argument there too is like a lot of these and I know you're saying like Jimmy G, but a lot of these offenses are gonna build around not throwing that fucking side. Now, of course, you're gonna let the fucking goat and Mike Evans. You know what I mean? That's a very easy call for anyone to
Yeah,
make.
for
You're
sure.
gonna fucking risk the biscuit there.
Yeah, but you know what, man? It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
put up or shut
it
up.
wouldn't blow my mind if they fucking came out at halftime and someone kicked an onside kick like that shit.
Honestly, what was the do you remember what the odds were for him to get a pick? Because that might actually be a good play. Because the reason why I say that now is because Burrow might be tempted to throw there more than you would think.
That's what I'm
And
thinking. It was like
maybe
plus
too
550.
much. Maybe too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That might be worth a flyer there.
It's so I need to like
By the
I
way, we're
need
not
to
talking about hockey today.
fuck hockey. Um, although real quick, G being the captain of the All Star team and winning MVP is just like glory hole for me. That's just fucking great. That's gravy on
Did you
fries.
watch the skills comp?
Nah, I was too busy tearing up Dallas.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I did. I watched the skills comp and the little shooting contest from
Was it
inside
cool?
the Bellagio fountain. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I had a feeling that would be fucking cool. I mean, the problem is, I mean,
Going back there again.
the NFL is gonna have a problem with them being in Vegas. Seriously,
Oh my god! Like
and
the
I know
first
I'm
weekend.
jumping.
Well, but the first weekend that they're in Vegas with no coaches or no one watching them, Kamara fucking pounds some guy, and now he's in jail.
Dude, that was like if the story's true, if all he tried to do was get on the elevator and
That was like
Kamara,
some fucking bludgeoning.
yeah, that's like some video game shit. But like look at Henry Ruggs, look at that cornerback that got cut with the gun video, and then Kansas City. Like, there's Armstead, I think, right?
I think
Anyway,
that. I
um,
remember the video.
Vegas is a mistake. I mean, there's nothing that can happen now because the stadium's there, the team's locked in, yada yada yada. But like, they're gonna have to like not the NFL, like teams are gonna have to pass a strict like there ain't no going out in Vegas. Like you go, we're getting the fuck right out immediately.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to. I mean, and I
And the
don't really
Pro Bowl will
remember.
never be back there.
Well, I don't remember anything happening really during the regular season with any of the players. I mean, Ruggs lives there, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You know, and the Ruggs thing really wasn't. Was it because he was in Vegas, or was it just because he was dumb? You
You've
can
been to
drink
Vegas, right?
anywhere,
Have you been to Vegas?
not for that reason. No.
Okay, so there's literally no fucking rules. I mean, not one goddamn rule. So you get as fucked up as you want in Vegas, and you get behind the wheel and you fucking murder a dog and a woman. Fuck, I said dog first. That's so fucked up. You murder a woman and her dog, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
Yeah.
just. I think I agree. Like most of that is just him being a fucking idiot and a kid and dumb as shit and like
Yeah.
there's no
All of the
excuse
above.
or reason. But there's literally no rules in Vegas, man. Like the CVS above the casino has fucking Trullies and shit that you just like, you open up and then after like the fourth round that you bring down from CVS, they're like, all right, guys, can you stop? And then you just move tables. So you're right. It's mostly Ruggs' fault, but Vegas, the elements and all that shit.
I
Like
mean, you're not
weekends,
wrong. You're dangling the carrot in front of these
100%.
guys who, for the most part, probably feel pretty invincible when they go anywhere.
Absolutely.
They have the most money, they have the most entourage, they have power, blah 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 blah, whatever. So like, especially in Vegas, like that's going to be even heightened even more. I get it. I totally get it. But
But
no, it is what it is, man. I mean, I kind of hope that I get out there to see a game. Honestly, it looks fucking cool. The stadium looks awesome.
hey, we should. I mean, this is a real thing, especially if Carson Wentz is still there. We should go to Indy.
Hmm. I can't go to Indy with you
Why?
because Jay's gonna go, and then we'll be arguing about Carson Wentz the whole fucking time. That sounds like
I
you're
met
not.
I met some friends from Indy, so
That's-
like we have some places to go, some things to see,
Uh,
and some people to boo
uh,
at.
all right.
I mean, Jay is absolutely fucking annoying as shit when it comes to the opposition. Like it's absolutely brutal. And I mean, I love him for it. I don't really give a shit.
Oh,
Doesn't
me
affect my
too.
day
It's
to
just
day.
I just know I know where we're gonna go down the Carson Wentz road.
I'm
So.
just saying a couple fucking, Crown Royals or Glenn Levitts or whatever we got to do. We're gonna argue about it. But hey, that's still fun. We could do a live
Oh,
podcast
we're gonna do it. I mean, come on.
from Indy,
All right. Well, maybe we get that on the books. I don't
and
know
the
what.
tickets can't be that expensive.
Oh, the Indianapolis people are gonna jack them because they know that the Eagles fans are gonna flock to that fucking
Yeah,
stadium
I mean,
to
I
boo
would.
Wentz, if for no other reason.
You're easily spending $500. I mean, without a doubt, tickets, room and board, unless we could stay with my guy that I met, and he said we were more than welcome to. He said bring whoever
Well,
you want.
it's definitely something that we'll have to think about. Maybe the pod goes on the road. Never know.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. We were at like a big giant RV.
If we print out some like really terrible banner to put behind us,
Yeah. Like I was thinking about honestly getting
we
bumper
need
stickers.
T-shirts.
I was thinking about getting bumper stickers printed out and just slapping them on windshields right in front of the driver, and then just like negative publicity, but it's publicity.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if you came
No,
out of like
you live in Lansdale where they have all those fucking signs with all the bumper stickers. You should just
yeah,
we should just get Love and Pain fucking bumper stickers and fucking put them on everything.
dude? Tell me it wouldn't be funny as shit if you came out of Walmart and just rows of cars were just bumper sticker. And people would be so fucking pissed off. And we would get like the cheapest bumper sticker, so like it wouldn't peel off. It would just leave all that white cardboard glue on it.
That's fucked up, man. I would
I
be
don't give
so
a
pissed
shit.
off. I would be so pissed off if
I
you did
know,
that to
and
me.
that's what I'm saying. And people would tweet us. We'd get engagements, and we move forward. I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere. We might even make the
Hey,
news if we do
yeah.
enough.
Hey, while you're here, you should check out our podcast.
Yeah, just a giant fucking like a giant sticker, like all it's like a fast sign sticker. It just takes
Oh
up
my
the whole
God.
steering wheel. Hey, we know this is a major inconvenience, but please follow us.
Oh man. Well, the pod might be going on the road, folks. Never know. But stay tuned on that one.
I'm fucking serious.
Got some time to figure that one out. But we have some picks to give out, official ones. We've given out nothing but picks the whole fucking podcast, really. But we decided that we were going to pick officially the Super Bowl matchup against the spread, and then we would give out three, prop bets or prop parlays. Kenny, if we as we go. So, without further ado, like I said, we're not really going to talk about hockey because there's not much to talk about. Thank God. Um, so we're both going Bengals plus 4.5, which I think is hilarious because Kenny doesn't like any of the Bengals players at all in any of their props, and but yet he's picking the Bengals to
Bro,
survive. So
bro, listen.
what? I'm listening.
One interception is not gonna change the course of the game unless it's like. I'm saying this is an early interception for
But
Joe Burrow.
you also think Jamar Chase isn't going to catch any balls. You think Joe Burrow is going to throw nowhere close to his over under, and
I
no
have him
one's.
on his over.
Oh, that's right. You do have him on his over.
Yeah, I think they're gonna ball out, but I don't think that game. You think no one's gonna throw an interception?
I don't know.
I'm so confident that there's gonna be an interception. I'm about to parlay both those motherfuckers to throw a pick. Matt Stafford easily could do it.
I think that one of them will throw an interception. I
Yeah,
just don't
so I
know.
mean, I'm not far off bases. I got a 50-50 shot.
All right, so we both like the Bengals plus 4.5. So Kenny's first prop bet is a parlay, and this is going down the rabbit hole of things I would never tell someone to do. Same game parlays, worst idea ever. But here we go. Odell Beckham Jr. and Cooper Kupp, anytime TD
Why is that so egregious?
plus 300.
I like the odds. Why is that so egregious? Where the fuck is it?
Because you need two things. No, only because you need two things to happen. That's all.
Well, of course.
Also, you picked two guys from the same team.
Yeah, I know. I'm not proud of that. But
So basically, like if Cam Akers scores and like Van Jefferson scores, you're fucked because they ain't gonna score 4 touchdowns.
I agree with you. But
Well,
I
maybe
think
they will. Maybe they will.
I
don't know.
think Cooper Cup's a lock.
Cooper Cup standalone on Barstool is minus 200 for an
So
anytime
if you
touchdown,
think,
which is insane.
and I
to
think
me.
we both agree that Cooper Cup's a lock.
So you're essentially turning your OBJ touchdown into a plus 300.
Exactly. That's all I'm trying to do. And you're right. Like if if Cam Akers gets a touchdown and then Vance Joseph, but if he gets it, yeah, like that parlay is trash. But
It
your
hurts it,
goal
yeah.
is to hopefully have like other pieces that clean up.
Well,
and
here's what I
you-
would do if I were you. If you were actually going to play this, and you were actually going to play OBJ Cup.
I play every
parlay.
bet I make on this podcast. It has not been successful.
All right, listen. If you're going to do that, I would play the Stafford over on touchdowns. It's probably 2.5. It might even be 1.5. It's probably 2.5 though. I'd play the over just as some insurance.
4.5.
4.5.
I just wanted to see the patented Dave Fry face of what the fuck. It's
That
2.5.
was it 4.5? No,
It's 2.5.
2.5. So that's like borderline. I still think that's an over bet, especially if you play this parlay. Because if he throws one to Cam Akers
It's
or
over.
or Van Jefferson or whoever, you need him to throw over 2.5. So then
Yeah. No, I mean you're essentially just guaranteeing more money or losing.
or maybe
more.
you hedge it. Maybe if you want to hedge your bet, then you bet the under on the 2.5.
Minus 200. They're guaranteeing.
Oh, so the under is minus 200.
Yeah, I mean they're
Oh,
giving
fuck
you free
that.
money. They're giving you free money.
Minus 200.
When's the last time he had fucking 3 touchdowns? Seriously, that's a good question. We're gonna have to recap my picks because I've derailed this.
I've only given out 2.
I know.
We
But
might as well look
the
it up now that we're going down the rabbit hole. I
two
mean,
touchdowns against the Rams.
he hasn't had 3 touchdowns since week 18.
Uh, who was week 18?
Niners.
And they needed to win to get to
And he
the well.
hadn't
They
he
need
didn't have it he didn't have it before that until since week 14.
eh. Super Bowl, big lights, over touchdowns, interception. Yes.
All right, so Kenny so far has Bengals plus 4.5. OBJ and Cooper Cup parlay anytime touchdown plus 300.
I like it.
Kenny's next pick is Burrow and Stafford parlay over on passing yards. So Burrow is over 276.5 and Stafford is over 281.5 for plus 232.
Again, I'm logically thinking that this is going to be a shootout, and I'm logically thinking the balls are just going to be fucking thrown around. All right? It's going to look like a goddamn Nerf football museum, okay? It's going to be balls everywhere, whistling. I'm just like, listen, if I like the way I like the all clearly, and if I like, and we just added the Stafford 2.5 touchdowns, but like if you like that and you like, you know, if you like the passing touchdowns for Stafford, the Stafford's a no-brainer, and the only way the Bengals win is if Joe Burrow hits that number. They're not going to win if Joe Burrow throws for 150. There's logic in this brain. It doesn't always make fucking sense, but there's something in here.
Yeah, but you're still combining things. You still need both of them to happen.
I get it. I understand, and I don't dump hundreds of dollars on parlays. P Ryan under 5.5. I'm
By the
putting
way,
$100 on it.
by the way, listen to me for a second, okay? The Bengals won 2 huge football games in
I hate
in
when
the
you bring that up.
playoffs,
Under
and he threw for 244 and 250.
250.
Raiders 244, Chiefs 250. So all I'm saying is that they don't need to throw for 276 to win. That's all I'm saying. And I honestly think now I'm gonna fuck you up because I don't feel the same about this as you
You
do.
know, my brain was just coming out of the design school blender for 2 months or 2 weeks, and now
I don't think this is an over game. And I know that people hate me saying it, and the public loves the over all the time. Like I totally get it. People want to see offense. I totally understand. But there is a reason, folks, why this fucking game is under where it does. Okay. Uh, yeah, anyone who bets on sports, anyone who bets on football knows that when you see an over under that's under 50, that means that they're expecting it to be a fucking grinder.
it's gonna be like 21. It's gonna be 24 to 21.
Right. The over under is 48.5 right now. So to me, that means that this game is going to be tight. Now, it could turn into, 28 31 28 type of thing. It could. It really could, but I don't see it. I think it's going to be lower scoring. So, you know, um I think unders are going to be more popular, and I think that in general, a lot of people, especially in cities or in states where sports gambling is now legal for the first time, this might be the first Super Bowl that people can bet on, online. I think that a lot of that is going to drive up these numbers, and because everybody loves overs, because it's just what people want to see. People want to see points. They want to see touchdowns. They want to see the big home run ball, all that shit. So a lot of these numbers are going to be inflated. So there's going to be some opportunities to take unders. Is all I'm saying.
Look what I just found. Get
What?
me off this app.
What'd you
Joe
do?
Burrow, Matt Stafford to combine for 550 yards plus.
To combine?
Yes.
Okay.
And to combine for 5+ passing touchdowns. The odds aren't even that good. 260.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Oh, I love this one. Each team to score one rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown plus 330.
So each team has to score a rushing and a passing. I like that. What is it? What are the odds?
330.
Hmm.
Bet.
I might take that one. The honestly the rushing touchdown might be the hardest one to come by, to be
Yeah.
honest. So even though I just soapboxed about my overs situation, I do think that one of them is going to happen. But first, my picks. So just to recap Kenny, because we fucking took 14 minutes to talk about Kenny's picks. Bengals plus 4.5 for the game. Odell Beckham and Cup anytime TD parlay for plus 300. Burrow over and Stafford over on yards for a parlay plus 232. Joe Burrow to throw an interception minus 132.
I like that.
So my picks are Bengals plus 4.5. I like the Bengals also. I am taking Cooper Cup to have the most yards from scrimmage at plus 200.
It's pretty good.
He's the favorite in that category. But I like the odds, and I like, if anyone, to pick to have the most yards from scrimmage. I think Cooper Cup is a good choice.
Do they have Do they have a like a versus?
Yeah, but the odds aren't usually that good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually minus, honestly, because they're kind of like even up, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I already gave this out, but it's not really on my official plays. But if you're gonna put some flyers out on MVPs, I'm thinking Cooper Cup for the Rams, and I like Joe Burrow for the Bengals. I usually pick one guy from each team. Uh, I think that if Cincinnati wins, um, it almost has to be Joe Burrow is the reason that they win. The only other thing I could think of is that by the way, a kicker has never won MVP in the Super Bowl. That kicker from Cincinnati though has some juice, and you never know. You never know.
Hmm.
But I also like it, like I said, Cooper Cup on the other side, and Aaron Donald is a nice. People are floating that one around. But I would go with Cup if I was picking someone, and I already did. I picked Cup and Burrow. So my next pick. So I have Bengals plus 4.5. I have Cup with the most scrimmage yards at plus 200. And my next pick is Stafford, and I'm taking an alt line, taking Stafford over 325. I think
All
Stafford is going to have a day.
right.
I think
All right.
Stafford is going to have a day. So Stafford is an alt line over 324 at plus 220. It's good value. And my last one is literally all about value. This is not a $100 bet, but I think that there's totally a possibility of this happening. It happens a lot, in random games like this, and it's the big man touchdown.
Mm.
Big man
They're
touchdown on
rumbling and stumbling.
big man touchdown plus 1900. So 19 to 1 on your money for a big man touchdown. I'm taking that. Give me that all day. And
Yeah, I kind of love it.
if an offensive lineman reports eligible, yeah, boy, you know it.
Boy.
So that's it. I mean, those are the picks. I had Bengals plus 4.5. Cup most scrimmage yards. Stafford over 324.5 yards, and big man Tutty.
Buddy,
M-
buddy.
MVP Flyers, Joe Burrow and Cooper Cup. Any final words, Kenny?
Nah, I love the Super Bowl. It's my favorite holiday.
I do too. I love the Super Bowl, man. I just love watching this. It's like I love watching good, competitive sport games. I don't even care what it is. The Super
Oh,
Bowl, it doesn't get much better than the Super Bowl.
this will be my first Super Bowl where I don't have a 45-minute drive afterwards.
There you go. That's dope.
The old
All also, there's a pretty decent halftime show this year.
Yeah, I mean I still won't watch it. It's like the only time I can take a shit.
You take shits during the Super Bowl?
I have Crohn's. Yeah. I eat about 100 fucking wings. What do you think's gonna happen to my insides?
You're gonna take Fucking Bernie shits.
I had to take one during the Eagles Super Bowl. I was fucking stressed. That was a stress poop.
Wow, that's different.
That was that game, man. Whew.
But yo, Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go Bengals. Fucking bring it home. Bring it home.
I think next podcast we will be pleasantly surprised with how good this Super Bowl is going to be. That's where I'm at.
All right. Well, there you go. You've had it. You've heard it from Kenny. He's gonna be a great Super Bowl.
Dave is sick of me tonight.
Kenny's just like literally. First of all, I didn't even know that we were doing this podcast tonight until like 6:30, because Kenny's like, "Hey, I might not be able to do it today." I'm like, "Okay," and then I never fucking heard from him. Fucking crickets all night. I'm like, "Yo, are we doing this or is this tomorrow? Like, what the fuck are we doing?" He's like, "No, we're good." I'm like, "Oh, great, okay, so we're doing it."
Hey, listen.
Listen,
I got home.
listen.
I Pelotoned. Sponsor us.
God.
Dude, I love the Pelly. I Peloton, and then I'm upstairs. I'm cooking some fucking dinner, and Chrissy's like, "All right, we got to eat, and then we got to head to my parents' house." And I was like, "All right, word." Like, and that's why I was worried about the podcast not happening. And then she says, and then mind you, I'm in compression shorts and this fucking disgusting sweaty shirt as I'm making fucking dinner, and she goes, "My parents will be here in 5 minutes." And I was like, "What?" You know what I mean? So then I had to run upstairs. I had to change, and then we entertained, it was a nice night. But anyway, you get my drift. I thought I was still gonna be at the in-laws. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. How about that, bitch?
So hey, we're here. We made it happen. An hour and 17 minutes of fucking pure entertainment value. Man, we gave you a lot of fucking picks. I don't know how many of them are gonna win, but I can tell you this:
If you seriously,
I will win money this weekend.
If you've made it an hour, and by the time we wrap this shit up, 18, 19, 20 minutes, if you've made it this far, can you please tweet me so I can have a conversation and figure out why you're so fucked up?
Tweet me or tweet Kenny or tweet the pod or text us something. Because if you listen to this whole podcast,
Yeah.
I know that there are other people that, other than our friends, that listen to this, but if you listen to the whole thing and you're not our friend, that's a fucking impressive. Like, we need to know you, and we need to have you on the podcast or something, because like it's fucking you deserve a fucking trophy
And a mental institution. But who am I?
well,
Who am I? Who am I?
podcast appearance first, mental institution second. Well, that's it. That's it, guys. Have a great Super Bowl. As always, thank you guys so much for listening, sharing the podcast, all that shit. Follow us, like us, all the normal things.
DM me.
Slide into Kenny's DMs. He just said they're open.
They're always open.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a fucking blast. Later.
Peace.